Hello and welcome to another episode of the Gem City Gridiron Roundup podcast. I am your host, as always, Dalton Van Pelt, Scotch on the sidelines, one-time champ. See the trophy right there. Cooper Cups on this side. Got it all set up. With me, I have, as always, the deputy. No, I'm the deputy. The commissioner,
And
Zachary Donald Stewart.
you almost had that all the way down, but you're gonna have to incorporate that into the intro. Trophy on this side, Cooper Cup on that side.
Yeah, I mean for this season at least.
At least, yeah. Things are
Probably
going good
only
though.
this season.
Hey, you probably have a better team than I do, so
I don't know. We'll get into that. Starting with the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. I think I saw a stat that said they spent $78 million to broadcast that game on Thursday night.
I saw one tweet that said Jeff Bezos should give everyone an Amazon Prime recall for us to watch this crappy Thursday night football. Like all the games have been awful. Like it's been tough. So everyone should be able to get their subscription at least a month free because these games have been bad.
Especially, how did we do the calculation for total plays again? I don't even remember.
Total plays?
Where did we find that stat? Yeah.
For what?
Remember we were looking at total plays? I just wanted to do some quick math to see how much money per play it cost to broadcast that game.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, man, what a barn burner. 7 field goals. I mean, we love it for our kickers, but it's absolutely insane. 7 field goals.
I stayed up to watch it into overtime, and I don't know why I did that.
And the worst thing is, guess who gets to play on primetime again?
Who?
Denver. Monday night next week. Four out of 6 weeks is just it's unbearable. Unbearable.
Let's see. There were 41 pass attempts for Indianapolis. There were 39 pass attempts for Denver. Didn't seem that way. Watching it, it didn't seem like there was that many games.
I have a better way to get total plays.
Probably ESPN.
No, one of the websites I use.
You'd think there'd be an easier way than what I'm doing. There were 134 plays is the math I got. What do you got? Not including special teams.
Denver. Let me find
there. Snap counts.
Yeah, snap counts aren't going to be because they got to have special teams too.
Snap counts. What else we got?
I have
Snap. Pro Football Reference would have it. There's the full play-by-play, but the full play-by-play doesn't have like a.
Well, here I'll go to snap counts real fast. So
play-by-plays are long as hell on.
So the Broncos. So Russell Wilson had 73 snaps. So we'll just go offensive plays. So 73 offensive snaps. And Indianapolis had 79 offensive snaps.
So it's 133 and not 134.
So
78 million divided by 133. They paid $586,000 per snap for that game.
What's it per field goal?
7 field goals. 10 million, 11 million and some change. 11.1 million.
Man, pay the kickers. Pay the kickers.
Is it MVS who's number 11? Big play.
Yes.
Okay. It is already
third quarter.
8:02 in the third quarter, 12 minutes 31 seconds to go in the third quarter on my game.
I turned it off.
Is there anything to talk about in this Denver? Russell Wilson's hurt, correct? A partially torn labrum.
Yeah, this was the first game without Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, and Mike Boone. Latavius Murray was a scratch this week. Quick turnaround from the London game to a Thursday game. He did not play. So we'll have to wait and see how that backfield shakes up in one more week.
It'll be Melvin.
But yeah, I mean, no Jonathan Taylor for the Colts either. Naheem Hines got concussed. So you're without
Deion Jackson
and Phillip Lindsay. So not much there.
Alec Pierce,
a good looking rookie. Yeah. Cortland Sutton looks good. The Broncos are just atrocious. I'm tired of watching them on primetime games. And we have another one this next week with them playing the Chargers.
I'd rather not watch them on prime time
because of the game selection.
Right. And then get a different game at 2:00 on Sunday.
Exactly.
Bills shellacked the Steelers. It was one of the two games I had access to on Sunday.
The Bills covered as 14-point favorites.
Yeah.
Easily.
38-3. Kenny Pickett looks like a rookie, but if you want your rookie to throw the ball 50 times, that's what you're going to get. He did look good on his. Yeah. Oh, he only had one rushing attempt. I saw it. He looked quick.
Yeah. It's a tough one for your first career start. I expect better things ahead. He kind of made every one of the receivers viable when you drop back 52 times.
Yes.
Pickens had a good game.
Out of all of them.
Pickens, Claypool, and Deontay all had good days. Not anything from for the running backs. So nothing else to see there, but good hope for the receivers if they're going to be committed to throwing the ball.
Stephon Diggs goes off again.
Gabe Davis.
And Gabe Davis.
3 for 170.
There was also a big play from Shakir.
Shakir, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there was a 98-yard play from Gabe Davis. That's the one you're talking about. That was to start the game, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, he caught another 70-yarder too.
Oh,
absolutely insane. In the wind too.
The Bills, when they want to look good, they look good.
Yeah, they've blown out every opponent except the Dolphins this year.
Okay. We have Niners, Panthers. No one watched this game in America.
Matt Rule fired.
72,000 people were there.
Matt Rule got fired today.
Yep, Matt Rule has been fired.
And the DC.
Baker has been ruled out for many weeks, apparently. Are we going to see Darnold, or is it going to be PJ Walker?
It'll be PJ Walker this week. Darnold's still on IR. He's getting close, but it looks like a PJ Walker week.
Good week for Christian McCaffrey.
That's the good old Christian McCaffrey we know.
That's if it's Darnold at some point, I see an uptick for DJ Moore. That's my analysis on that.
Yeah, I think McCaffrey's safe no matter which crappy quarterback they have. So
slow game for Debo after last week, huh?
Yeah. I believe he had a rushing touchdown. I didn't watch much. I was driving back from Denver. So I didn't watch any games but the Sunday night. But I watched a bunch of highlights and game-by-game recaps.
It was a Jeff Wilson day.
Jeff Wilson, yeah. Pretty much just Tevin Coleman. A Tevin Coleman sighting. 2 touchdowns. But he played 20% of the snaps.
He just came in and vultured and left.
Yeah, he played 20% of the snaps, so nothing to worry about. Marlon Mack was a healthy scratch, so they just kind of flipped spots. But Tevin Coleman's played in the Shanahan offense before, so that makes a big difference.
Good game in Cleveland. Chargers 30, Cleveland 28. Slow start off the game for the Bolts. But Justin Herbert did turn it on. Mike Williams is a beast as long as Keenan Allen is out. Touchdown, Travis Kelce.
There goes Drew. He's got the highest point total of the season so far now.
Really?
Yep.
I did not realize that.
Highest point total going into this week was 176. He's now in the 180s.
Amari Cooper with another good game.
Yes.
Again. Deshaun Watson has entered the building apparently, but he still is not eligible until December. Mm-hmm. David Njoku was a questionable. He probably was a top 10 tight end looking at the numbers.
Who was that? Njoku? Yes, he was.
Yep. Nick Chubb went the fuck off as well.
There's the explicit.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Nick Chubb might be the best running back in the NFL. Pure rusher.
So
good.
there's so many stats that he just because he also played for the Browns doesn't matter. But Nick Chubb is like the most efficient running back since Jim Brown.
He's so good. So good. But Eckler had a heck of a day too. So
Eagles squeak one out against the Cardinals. The Cardinals offense is weird.
bad.
Like they just
Bad. Fire Cliff. I'm tired of it.
He's next.
Probably not. But God, their offense is so anemic in the first half.
I don't get it. Marquise Brown gets a nice touchdown catch. Nothing really else happens.
Yeah, Cardinals actually had a chance to tie the game at the end of regulation, missed the kick. Matt Prater was out. There's been a lot of backup kickers out playing this year.
And we love that.
Yeah. So Jake Elliott, Harrison Butker, Matt Prater, Austin Seibert. That's at least 4 starting kickers not playing this week. Plenty. But Jalen Hurts gets it done on the ground this week.
It was a pretty cool play getting shoved into the end zone.
Yeah.
London game. New York Giants 27, Packers 22. I didn't see this game. I was at work. It's on NFL Network.
It was the one game I actually watched because I was in Denver and we didn't leave until 11, like 11:15. So I actually watched the London game.
It's always the time to be on the road.
Yeah, like, no one's out. Especially in Denver, it was fine. I actually watched that game.
One of my buddies from high school. Remember Tim from Gear Up?
Maybe.
He doesn't look anything like you used to. But anyway, he's at Arrowhead.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, sorry.
I actually watched that game. Aaron Rodgers got a couple little dump offs for some touchdowns. And then Saquon Barkley looking like the best fantasy running back. He's tearing it apart. But nobody else really for the Giants. Darius Slayton had a pretty good game. Otherwise, those receivers are pretty. It's just kind of pick a receiver who's going to be okay for the week.
It was your random Randall Cobb day.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have guessed that was?
They had to give the good old folks of London a Randall Cobb game.
Yeah. Let me show you this post I just saw. It's backwards, but you can probably still read it.
$625K yearly salary for the mascot. $231K for the highest WNBA player. There's no way he makes $625K.
I bet he does. And I bet it's a she. Most mascots are actually female. Fun fact.
Because they're a lot more athletic.
Correct. In the mascot sort of way.
In the gymnastic sort of way.
Davis Mills actually did it. Beat Trevor Lawrence at his own game.
Turning the ball over.
Huge Dameon Pierce day.
Yes, he's the real deal.
Marvin Jones. Evan Ingram sighting.
I'll say I played. I didn't win this week, but I played a daily lineup. I played a full game slate Thursday through Monday, and I went off the wall. I played Marvin Jones, and he at like 0.5% ownership out of like 4,000 people. So I was like the one person to play Marvin Jones, and it didn't do much. But I mean, I didn't make any money. But the rest of the lineup was crap. But I did play Marvin Jones. I was trying to save some money. Ouch. Travis Etienne outsnapped and outplayed James Robinson.
Yeah, he'll be taking that spot. Well, who knows? Because Robinson's had some good games too.
Mm-hmm. But encouraging.
The Bears threw it 20 times. In fact, 21 times.
Wow.
Still wasn't good enough. The Vikings beat them by a touchdown. I believe they covered.
The Vikings did not win by a touchdown. Did they?
Yeah, 29-22. That's 7 points.
It was a push then. Or was that a cover?
We
they
bet on
covered.
this, didn't we?
Yeah. So do they cover?
I thought
them?
it was 6.5.
It was 7.
Oh, it was 7 exactly. It's a push.
Yeah. That was my lock of the week. It's close.
Oh yeah, we didn't bet on it, but it was your lock of the week.
It's close.
We both lost our lock of the weeks.
Yep. Both by 1 point. Yours 2 points. Yours 2 points.
Yeah, mine 2 points. Anyway, really not much to say on the Bears offense. Darnell Mooney with the big
David
play.
Montgomery came back. He was the lead man. So
does get a touchdown and 4 catches for 62 yards. So he had a decent day.
Yep. So when he's healthy, he's the guy. So guys that have like Khalil Herbert, it's just kind of wait and see.
Kirk Cousins distributed to his studs, Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook having nice performances.
The stud, Justin Jefferson.
I don't know anything about what happened in this game. I've seen 0 video footage of it.
It's lost in all eternity because no one wanted. Apparently, Justin Fields had a 52-yard touchdown run that was called back for an illegal block in the back at like the 20-yard line. Oh, but we'll never know. It's probably lost forever in video.
I'd like to go to Soldier Field someday, but probably not while Justin Fields is there.
I would. I mean, he's a. I mean, I think there's potential there. I hope there's potential there. I drafted him in a lot of best ball drafts.
It's like Matt Nagy's still there.
Don't ever say that name. He's probably the new head coach for the Carolina Panthers next year.
Who knew the Seahawks could score points? Pete Carroll's boy.
Geno Smith knew.
39-32. This one was kind of, this one was pretty dominant by the Saints to start, and then Seattle battled back.
Taysom Hill, 4 total touchdowns.
He's still a tight end, folks.
Taysom Hill, 1 passing touchdown and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Rashad Penny is out for the year.
Yep.
That means fire up Kenny Walker III.
I picked him up over the weekend.
And DJ Dallas might even have some PPR flex play.
Possibly. Travis Homer possibly coming back soon.
Somehow Tyler Lockett keeps scoring touchdowns.
And DK. They're both. I mean, Geno's cooking.
Makes no sense. 0 sense. Kamara with 23 touches. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
I really did not. Yeah, Taysom Hill just took over. Chris Olave with another good game. You like to see that on back-to-back weeks. Oh my gosh, Alvin Kamara, he's concussed.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara, if he could only score touchdowns, he'd be the number 1 running back.
If you go look at the Olave catch or the touchdown, it wasn't a touchdown.
Really?
No, like he got knocked out. Like he kind of went out cold, I guess. I haven't seen the video, but I was listening to a podcast today that when he caught the touchdown, he hit his head on the ground and he like blacked out, and the ball dropped. Like he didn't complete the process, but they called it a touchdown anyway.
Those points still count in fantasy. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, Luke was happy about him.
All right. New England somehow shut out the Lions.
It's Bill Belichick versus Jared Goff. Who do you think wins?
Yeah. Basically, they just said, hey, you don't like pressure? Here's some pressure.
Yeah.
You can tell based on the target to reception stats for the Lions as well. Josh Reynolds with an okay day. Amon-Ra St. Brown comes back. He was questionable leading into the game. Doesn't really do much. Ramondre Stevenson with a ginormous day. And Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, Damon Harris left with a hamstring injury. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But otherwise, it's Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, Jacoby Myers, big day. And for Bailey Zappi, winning another game.
Do we have a controversy in New England?
They're the same person. They look alike.
They do look alike. I bet you just because the Patriots hate fantasy football, they're going to make Damian Harris a game time decision, and then it'll still be Ramondre Stevenson who gets the bulk of the workload.
Yeah, probably.
All right. The New York Jets come out of nowhere and drop 40 on the Dolphins.
All running back
it
points.
Was it was Zach Wilson day. He just distributed it to Brees Hall and Michael Carter. The 1 week I don't start Michael Carter, he actually has 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Brees Hall with a huge play. He was dropped at the 1, and then they brought in Michael Carter because Brees Hall was gassed, and Michael Carter scored the 1-yard touchdown.
Teddy Bridgewater left the game with a concussion, so Skylar Thompson came in, the preseason darling,
preseason MVP, Kansas State.
Yeah, they were pretty cautious with the
Matthew
concussion.
Lloyd Henderson's man.
They were pretty cautious with the Bridgewater concussion. They said he cleared protocol, but was ruled out of the game.
What does that mean?
Nobody knows. Saving their ass for next week.
Zach Wilson is a better Justin Fields. Confirmed.
Tomato.
Potential. Tomato. I like it. All right. Cowboys. I don't know what they're doing.
Quarterback controversy. Cooper Rush.
No.
They'll start Cooper Rush until Dak Prescott is 100% healthy. They're not gonna rush Dak Prescott back. No way.
Pun intended. What is Dallas's the rest of their schedule look like? Let's see.
They play Philly next Sunday night.
I think you have to play Dak that night, or you wait until you're at home against the Lions the week after that. Because it goes Lions, Bears bye week. So that's a way softer schedule.
Yeah. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think they put he's not gonna play this week.
Really?
I don't think.
So expect him back at home against the Lions then on October 23rd.
Possibly. Yeah.
Special teams touchdown, defensive touchdown, and game over. The Rams offense kind of has been really bad.
That's an understatement.
Huge play by Cooper Kupp. That was pretty cool. However, that followed the amazing Tony Pollard return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That thing was nasty.
Crazy. Sorry.
Good for the Cowboys, man. That's all I have to say. 4-1. I had zero faith. I thought I was so negative. If you go back and listen to that first episode.
Oh, after Dak got hurt, yeah.
Over. Season's over.
Season's over.
Fantasy and regular football. And yet, Cowboys are 4-1. I'm 2-3. It's all right.
Better days ahead.
Did you watch Sunday Night Football?
That is the only game I watched. So, yes, I did.
Break it down. Ravens win against the Bengals.
So it was complete opposite. So the Bengals played a lot of zero blitz, cover zero, forcing Lamar to make the throws. He could not make the throws last night. And then the other way, the Ravens played a ton of zone to force Joe Burrow to play underneath, and also terrible. Burrow had a lot of batted balls. Chase couldn't find the open areas. The only person that could find the open areas was Hayden Hurst. Big game. Joe Mixon, nice game. He had like probably 5.5, 6 yards a clip. He was running the ball very well against the zone. Rashad Bateman was out, so Devin Duvernay got loose a few times. Big Mark Andrews game, obviously. But Lamar missed like 3 wide open deep throws on cover zero and just could not connect. The running back was split up pretty well for the Ravens. A lot of Kenyon Drake, J.K. Dobbins, and Mike Davis because Justice Hill was out. So they had the 3 backs active again, just a different 3. They all kind of sprinkled in, nothing crazy. But it was, if you had a Raven, the only good one was Mark Andrews. And on the Bengals side, there really wasn't a whole lot.
And that's just because of the touchdown.
The best player, obviously, Justin Tucker, obviously. But
I feel like I need to find video of him singing opera.
Yes, you do. It was the opening night NFL commercial. You gotta go look it up. It's great.
Or I will do that.
So, but Justin Tucker kicks another game-winning field goal.
That's
but the Bengals cover.
The Bengals do cover. So I just did the calculations on the bets that matter. We'll get there in a minute. Bucks 21, Falcons 15. Extremely sleepy game.
Sleepy.
Somehow the Falcons score 15 points in the fourth quarter.
The biggest controversy of that game is the roughing the passer penalty that they called on the last series of the game.
Another Kelsey touchdown.
It's three tutties. 3 tutties for Kelsey.
Jesus.
Damn.
Anyway, sorry. It just held up a sign that said Travis Kelsey is my hall pass.
Is that a female?
Crowd. Yeah.
That's crazy.
10 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown for Leonard Fournette and another touchdown on the ground. They just force-fed him the ball all game. Chris Godwin picks up a bunch of first downs. And what is this penalty you're talking about?
The roughing the passer on the Falcons, because the Falcons had come back. Not Patriots. The Bucks are trying to run out the clock. They throw the ball. Brady gets tackled to the ground, and it was kind of like a whip tackle. And they called roughing the passer on it, and essentially gave because it was a sack on third down. They were gonna have to punt, and with like 2 minutes, with like 150 left. And with the penalty, it pushed him over.
First down. Yeah.
Game over.
Titans 21, Commanders 17. Derrick Henry has another nice game. That's 2 weeks in a row. He probably should have had 3 touchdowns, but Dontrell Hilliard catches the ball much better. So that happened. Looks like De'Ami Brown with 2 touchdown catches. I did see that at the bottom of the ticker.
On 2 catches.
Terry McLaurin does what he always does and scores 12 points.
Yeah.
And Brian Robinson returns from gunshot wounds.
Yeah, that was good to see. He led the running backs in yardage, for rushing yardage at least. He was outsnapped by J.D. McKissick, but in negative game script, that's going to happen.
All right. That is your recap. Currently, we're watching the Chiefs and Raiders game, which just got good because the Chiefs just came back.
Update: Drew has 190.36. 0.36. Leader in the clubhouse now.
The Cleveland Guardians swept the Tampa Bay Rays in 2 games of 3 with a 15th inning walk-off home run by a man named Oscar Gonzalez, who comes out to SpongeBob SquarePants.
I feel like you should have got in on the underdog playoff best ball. I think you would have done pretty well. It didn't fill. Like it was a tournament, but it didn't fill. So like there's a lot of overlay and you can win some money. But I thought about jumping in, but I have given up on baseball after our season was over.
I suck at fantasy daily style fantasy baseball. I've tried.
Well, it's tournament. It'd be like through the entire playoffs. So you like load up on 1 team or 2 teams. Yeah, it's interesting. I thought about joining in, but I didn't do it.
Phillies sweep the Cardinals. The Cardinals blow it in the 9th inning of game 1 with Adam Helsley on the bump. He became ineffective. They switched pitchers, and the Phillies scored 6 runs in the top of the 9th to win game 1. Phillies, Aaron Nola then dominated game 2.
I've become less interested.
Phillies move on. Seattle Mariners come back from a 7-point deficit in the 6th inning to win 10-9 against the Blue Jays.
Did they win the series?
Yes, in 2 games. And the Mets forced game 3 on the Jacob deGrom day. And then the Padres finished it off 6-0 with no Joe Musgrove just dominating.
A lot of upsets.
NLDS starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Matchups that mattered.
All games are over. They're decided.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change.
Which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. I'll start with mine.
Oh. All right. I'm going to take a sip of water while you do that.
I get a shellacking or a whipping by the Dark Horse. Dark Horse 151.46 to the Goodell Boys Club 100.4. As I was driving, I have notifications on my watch notifying me of touchdowns. I knew it was a bad day when I didn't get my first notification till 4:00.
That's pretty typical for your team lately.
I know. Like, this is probably the worst week I've had, but just no touchdowns. Just this Elijah Moore stuff is very, very heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken. I thought he was going to be the breakout of the year. I had to, I threw in a tight end last minute because Kyle Pitts was out. But maybe I'm going to have to start playing 4 running backs because I can't get the production out of the receivers that I'm hoping for. It's just very disappointing. It's a long season, and I may be pulling some strings to make a move this week. I'm done being impatient.
Fun fact. You had just as many touchdowns as I did this week.
What'd you score? 109?
Yeah.
I don't count quarterback touchdowns because it doesn't matter.
Oh, then we still have the same amount of touchdowns.
I have 2 touchdowns. I have McCaffrey and Hollywood. Those are my only Kyler, McCaffrey, Hollywood. Those are the only players I got.
Devontae Adams.
So, and he had a good week. Raheem Mostert, Godwin, Metcalf, Andrews. I mean, when you score touchdowns, he even got 2 touchdowns from his defense. So I'm going to lose. So it is what it is. I dropped to 3-2. Long season, but I am
3-2. Yeah, 3-2 is still good.
But I'm making a move this week. There's no doubt about it. It's coming.
Interesting. Probably already in the works.
It is.
All right.
Multiple teams in the works. So
I beat Lean in a
Jailhouse
much-needed victory in Jailhouse Rock. I think it's not really that much of a rivalry because I've kind of walloped him every time.
He's not a very good player. So
I needed this win. Huge run by Josh Jacobs. Wow.
I'm not watching the game.
Sorry. I've already won. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr steals the victory. Moving on.
Yes. Stuart Brinkman caps off another great win to get to 5-0 after riding the seat last year. He takes down Blaster 151 and counting. Still has a few guys going, but takes down Blaster, who has a decent week. Nothing spectacular, but high 120s. That does pretty well.
Also only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, touchdowns matter. I mean, it's nice to have PPR guys, but you need some touchdowns. Or in my case, you don't have PPR guys; they catch 1 for 10. So
the way our league works, I think Brinkman is like a 99.5% playoff team.
Oh yeah.
If you start 5-0, I think you're 99.5% playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the next 5-0 team,
yep,
Luke does it again.
Mm-hmm.
5-0
since I
again.
think. Oh no, never mind. Yeah. Cole's not going to catch up. It's not happening.
Nope.
So your brother has not his greatest week, and it does not matter.
Yep, not a great week, but he does just enough to get it done.
Does look like he's going to have some injury issues next week, but
yep. Penny out. Who knows about Olave? But he's got Pickens on the bench. Might have to play Allen Robinson again. Who knows?
With 0 points from Darren Waller, it doesn't matter. Cody Sackett goes to 2-3, knocking down Heath after Heath's very hot start. And Sackett made some trades, and yet the one person who really cemented it for him was Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, a key piece to his. He's going to be struggling next week. Damon Harris, questionable. Tyreek Hill left in a boot. We don't know about this. Darren Waller, obviously, on a bye next week.
And he was just ruled out for the rest of the game. I just saw that.
I stopped watching because I stopped watching because my big money league I was fighting for a comeback. I had Waller and Mahomes, and I turned it off after Waller got hurt.
Mahomes has 23 points.
I was down 40.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Finally, we have an 0-5 team. Sorry to hear that, Patrick. The scale looks wow.
That's also going to be the biggest probably win of the season too. 100 points.
Russell Wilson had an 18-yard scramble to start Thursday Night Football, and then that was all she wrote. Drew just ran away with it from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had Henry, Chubb, Lockett, Davis, Kelsey, all 25 plus. I was this close to acquiring Gabe Davis last week. This close.
And Gino on the bench outscore Russell, and Josh Reynolds on the bench.
Yeah, he's got a good team.
Look at his team. His decision making was pretty easy.
Yeah, good for him. He's 3-2. He's a better 3-2 team than I am. Yeah.
Should we get a little standings update?
Because
that is the end of the interdivisional, isn't it?
No, there's
yeah, it is.
It is.
It's the end of the interdivisional.
All right, so interdivisional, I will look here. So we have Luke is going to be 5-0, Cole 3-2, Heath 2-3, Sackett 2-3, you 2-3,
and then
Lean 1-4. Yep. That's the tomato division. The tomato division. Brinkman 5-0. Myself and Drew at 3-2. Brinkman or Blaster and Dark Horse at 2-3, and and Patrick at 0-5. So Patrick, you're probably not making the playoffs, buddy. Keep fighting hard. We love you. Yeah, that's where we're standing. We're gonna get into interdivision play.
Possible.
Oh yeah, I mean he can. No 0-4 has ever done it, but what happened?
Oh, he dropped it. You can't. Oh God, Mac Hollins.
Oh,
on a 3rd and 17 for a shot at a touchdown, and then he dropped it in the end zone while it was in his hands.
But it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Patrick's a champion, so he's not going to be giving up. It's possible you could win 7 of your next 9, right? 7. Yeah.
That's how you get in. You have to win 7 games to get in the playoffs.
You got to dominate the other division. It looks like our division might. It's pretty even. That's kind of how we broke it up. So, it's going to be interesting to see. Usually one division has 5 get in. Right now it's probably looking 4-4.
Interesting start to the season, that's for sure.
Interesting starts to the season.
All right. Let's do a little preview before we move on to the bets. Next week, I will be facing Drew. Just to verify, is it in out of division play?
Out of division play.
Yes, it is for the next
6 weeks. So let's see which division comes out on top. These next 6 weeks will determine. This is when it's fun. This is determines which division is going to get 5 in or 4 in. So
yeah. And it'll really, with the balanced divisions this year, it's really gonna mix stuff up.
Early projections: you have some bye week. Your studs. You're hoping Dak is back next week.
If he's not, it's no big deal. I'll just waiver wire it.
Yeah, you gonna hold 3 quarterbacks though?
No,
exactly. Early projections obviously have Drew, but you have some bye week is in there. You and Drew. I get Lean. He has some bye week and injury issues next week. So we will have to wait and see how that goes. I have him in the projections at the moment.
Brinkman gets Cole next week.
Cole needs to get off the schneid.
Yeah, it looks like both of them are going to have some injury bye week concerns.
And I want to give a shout out, Cole. Congratulations, another member of the Gem City Gridiron engaged.
I did see that. Yep.
Good for you, buddy.
I liked the Brecken Baker. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
I can tell you at Campbell County High School, we felt the same way, at least in the choir department.
Very talented. Yeah, it's good for him. Congratulations. Being engaged and obviously becoming a father. Yeah, good for him.
All right. Your brother faces off against Pat. It will be Pat's time to either put up or shut up. Only problem is he's projected to lose.
Yeah, he's battling some injuries right now. We'll have to wait and see what Luke's doing as well. He's already set a little mini lineup. So got to wait and see how things pan out in that regard. We have 0-5 versus 5-0. If this is the time, Patrick, this is the time. We cannot let Luke have a chance at another triple crown. He didn't get it last year, but I believe he's number one and number one. So
Sackett takes on Heath in a good old.
That's this week.
Oh, that's Blaster. Sorry, Blaster takes on Heath.
And Heath has some bye week issues this week. Couple guys
and lots of injuries. There's going to be like 4 players dropped from
Heath's
team.
Heath kind of had a rough go of it this week. He had his kicker and a flex guy late scratched, missed out on the news. Wouldn't have really mattered. Sackett did take him down. But yeah, he's going to have to make some moves this week. And then Sackett and Dark Horse, 2, 2, and 3 teams, both projected fairly close.
It's too close to tell.
So. And Sackett, Harris may miss a game. Hill may miss a game. Obviously, Waller is going to be out next week with a bye. And Hopkins is suspended how many weeks? 6. I believe he will be back next week. So he'll be able to get a receiver back the following week. Yeah. So outer division play. Here we go. This is where it gets fun. It's nice to have a winning record inside your division the first 5 weeks, even if it's 3-2. It's nice to have a leg up on your division. So, and it looks like Luke and Brinkman will have a 2-game lead in the division going into outer division play.
Nice. All right, let's do the bets and get the show over with, huh?
Yeah. Recap last week. We both missed our lock of the week. Mine was a push. You had -3 Chargers. They won by 2, so neither wins there. The only one Dalton won. You had Arizona +5. I had Jets +3 and Cincinnati
+3.
Yep. So for a total of 2-1 for the week. Running total is Zach 8-5. So,
all right. I have. Is it my turn?
It is your. Yep.
Are
we doing locks of the week first?
Yeah, let's take a look at the spreads.
Yeah, I was a busy day. I didn't really get a chance to take a peek.
Yeah, you can say that as well. For me.
Sportsbook. All right, here we go. NFL National Football League. All right. Oh, we get a gross one on Thursday night. Bears and Commanders.
I've got a bet for that one. So,
Okay.
but it doesn't involve the spread, so that's fair game.
All right. Your lock of the week. Or is it? I get to pick. I get to pick first, right?
Sure. Because I'm still looking.
No, that's how we. It's usually opposite.
I've got mine.
Let's see here. Lock of the week. I want. God, I don't even know if I want to do. Give me Tampa Bay 8.5.
I want Tampa 8.5. Is it minus?
Minus 8.5 on the road at Pittsburgh.
Give me. We're gonna go another week. Give me the Chargers minus 5.5.
Minus what?
5.5.
Okay, who are they playing?
The Broncos on Monday.
It's minus. I have minus 5. I have minus 5.
All right.
Minus
I'm
5.
going to do 2 spreads and 1 made up line.
Of course, you're going to make up a line.
So the first spread is Ravens minus 5, Giants plus 5. You get the first pick.
Ravens minus 5. Okay, let's see here. Give me the Ravens minus 5.
Okay, cool. I wanted the Giants. Next is.
Sorry, I'm writing these down. I've been bad about not doing them till like.
All right, I've been writing it down too. This year for once, I'm not.
And so you have New York Giants.
Yeah. Oh man, I just saw it and now I cannot find it.
Did you see the 11-point spread?
Yeah, Rams Panthers.
I might take the Panthers because the Rams have been atrocious.
I know I just saw something that I liked, and now I can't find it. We're gonna go Arizona at Seattle. Arizona is a minus 3 point.
Minus 2.5.
I see minus 3.
Where are you looking?
ESPN.
Go to DraftKings. I'm going off DraftKings.
2.5 is fine.
So minus 2.5.
Plus 2.5 Seahawks.
You want the Seahawks?
I do.
Okay. I'll take the Arizona.
I would have liked him better at plus 3, but that's all right.
So you're taking plus 2.5.
Yep.
Minus 2.5.
Okay. And the last bet is a made up bet. You get to pick first.
Yeah, of course. You got me with the other one before. Hey, be careful this time.
More rushing yards.
You got me on this last time, motherfucker.
Bears quarterbacks or Commanders running backs.
Commanders running backs.
Okay, I will take Justin Herbert and whoever might else come in to play.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, Fields.
So more rush yards. Washington RBs or Fields.
Bears quarterbacks.
Bears QBs.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's like 59 to 57.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we have to do?
No, I actually got him down early this time, which is great. I had to like rewatch the episode on Monday morning to remember what it is. Yeah.
Raiders are only down by 1 right now with 9:28 to go in the game. Chiefs have to punt.
Yeah, I'm scared to look at my team. That was. Oh my god, I got a fucking chance. Oh my god, I got a fucking chance.
Do you really?
I'm down 1.55.
Oh, yeah.
How much
that's a
time's
really good
left?
chance. 9 minutes.
Okay, so in the last 9 minutes, I need Patrick Mahomes and Matthew Wright to outscore Hunter Renfrow by 1.5.
It's very possible. Missed field goal by the Chiefs just now.
How far?
Well, there's a flag on the field, so I don't know.
Okay, now I gotta turn the game back on.
And for Cooper Kupp and Ryan Suckup, this has been another episode of the Gem City Gridiron Roundup podcast. This is the end.